All right, y'all. I'm having all kind of plumbing issues in my house, man. I had the sink got backed up, so both sides were full of water. I'm gonna save you the boring, me snaking this out down here, because I actually did. I took everything out. Well, not everything, I put the P-trap out. Then I took the snake and went in there and nothing. So then I had to bring out the big boy. Y'all see the K400. I had to bring it out, and guess what? It still didn't reach the clog. Crazy, this thing's 75 feet. So I had to end up going under the house. And that's where we're on our adventure to now. Man, we're going to crawl space heaven, y'all. And I have a partial crawl space. It's a half basement, half crawl space type of situation. I don't know why this didn't do a whole crawl space, but all right, it just is what it is. So I can actually access the crawl space part from the inside. I don't have to go through the outside. So let's get down and see what we got to get into. All right, so the clean out for the sink is right in there, in that cavity. It's like the worst place ever. It's hard to even reach it, like if you wanted to use it to get something out of, and then there's water lines going right over top, like it's just a bad spot. But I can't use it anyway because it's right there, it's right under the sink. And I already ran the snake like right above that, and it's not gonna get me far enough to where I need to go. So that's why I said I'm gonna have no choice but to go in the crawl space and try to unclog it from there. So that's that's the point where I get in to this crawl space from under here, which, hey, it's much better than having to try to go through the inside. Anytime I got an HVAC guy here, I always give him the option, man. You can come through this way. I set the ladder up. I put this mat over top of the concrete so that it's just, get in real smooth. Now I know y'all probably wondering, why is he taking that under the house? I don't know. I don't know if plumbers usually take these under the house, right? I don't know. I have no idea. But because when I went in there, the pipe where I'm gonna have to, like the drain line where I'm gonna have to, snake, it's still long from where the clean out is. So I still think it's too long. Is it longer than 25 feet, which is, the small snake? I don't know, but I don't trust it. I think the thing is super packed or something. Something's up. So I'm just gonna take the big boy with me, man. I got it. Why not use it, right? It ain't that heavy. So y'all, if you're feeling like it's too heavy, get in the gym, fam. So I done made it into crawl space heaven, man. But I mean, where would you rather be? Where would we all rather be than the crawl space? All right, nobody likes being in the crawl space. Well, some people do, but just not me. It always reminds me of back in them days when I was doing insulating these crawl spaces. And I'll tell you right now, this one would have been a pain to insulate, because believe it or not, when you have a higher crawl space, it's more work. A lower crawl space, you can lay down and put the insulation in. But these higher ones, you kind of got to be up on your knees like the whole time, and you can move around though a lot easier, so there are always benefits to everything. But anyway, now, all right, check this out. Now we're on the other side of that wall where that water line comes in. It's that drain, not water line, the drain coming from the sink. And it goes all the way over here, all the way past this beam, all the way to there. And that's where that first clean out is. All right, so this is where the first clean out is. Now, so I went down here. Like I said, I know when I put that snake in here, I know it got down to here. The problem is then it turns and it goes way down there. It goes to right there. So when you get down here, you got this elbow on here. I think this elbow, that's where the bulk of it is getting caught up, somewhere in here. Because that drain over here, this drain right here, is from 2 other bathrooms. So, and I have the water on, believe it, I have the water on right now, making sure that it's draining out. So this is fine. Water's getting in, so it's in here. It could even be in this part right here, getting to down there, so, but it's fine. I'm not gonna open up this clean out though. I'm just gonna go from the smaller clean out for this line, way back there at the other side. And hopefully that'll be able to go down in here, snake through here, and then if there's something in this part right here, it'll clear that out too. So just to show you inside here, now this is this is just the section where the clean out is, right? So there's actually nothing plugged up down here. This is just this section right here that's not really gonna affect the water, maybe over time. And I'm gonna clean it out just in case you ever wondering why you need to just go ahead and pay that man, pay that plumber, pay that handyman who's cleaning out this drain for you. That's why. Look at that. You wanna touch that? You wanna touch that? All right, trying to snake this drain. And look, let's be honest. I don't have the same tools that a plumber has. I don't have all the plumber's tools. I would have probably been done with this a long time ago, because I would have found that the spot where it's clogged up much faster. Because what I would have done, and probably if I was a plumber, was as soon as I went down that drain, I went through the drain twice with a snake and I got nothing. I'd have probably just went with the camera. And the cameras aren't that expensive. And if I would have did that, oh, I would have ran into the clog a long time ago. This is not even something I like doing. Like normally I got a plumber guide that I use whenever I run into issues like this, that's more in depth than I want. Now this is at my house, right? And I had pipe in the garage. I had extra, like I had 2-inch pipe in the garage already and connectors and everything. So it was just easier for me to do it like this and not have to come out of pocket for anything, just because I just like to do that at my house. But you know, if I was at a customer's house, please, maybe for the OG customers that's been around for a while, that just, you know, they just want me to do everything, I'll maybe accommodate them with something like that. But normally, I just don't want to. I don't want to do this, and it's because I just don't have all the tools, and I'm not trying to buy all of them either. So, you know, to each his own. All right, so now I'm down here at the other end, right? This is that same pipe that I snaked. And I was thinking the issue was something was getting clogged in this right here. This is the clean out, it's a 3-inch for that drain line. And of course there's the main drain that's going out to the street. So now I gotta do the thing I really don't wanna do. And that's open up this plug now, cause you know, now you start getting into, look, we're way past where I would've called a plumber. We're way past normally where I would've called a plumber. I did not think it was gonna get to this point. But we're here now, okay? So, because this line, of course, is connected to a bathroom, and who knows what's gonna come out of here once I crack this thing open. But, gotta do it, man. So, let's go. So it's not the big drain. All right, y'all. It is what it is. Like, I skipped past the boring part, man. I didn't want to see, there's no need for y'all to watch me snake drain after drain after drain and not be able to figure out what the problem was. It was crazy. I had to end up, the drain I think I told you about before I didn't want to go through, I ended up having to go through this. I had to take the TV down. I had to go underneath the water lines to get to that clean out. And finally found the culprit. I mean, I already knew what the issue was, kinda. You know, one of my daughters, love them to death, but one of them decided to put a whole pot of noodles down the sink. You know what I'm saying? Down the garbage disposal. So it's just mush. But you know, the crazy thing is that I snaked it, but the snake just goes right through the mush, comes back out, and then the line's still clogged up. So I'm thinking that it might be, you know, a good 1 or 2 feet or something like that of just clogged area. I feel like it's better for me to just cut the drain line. I think that's just gonna be easier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the drain line and be done with it. Put a new one up. So that'll take me a few minutes. So basically, what I did at that clean out, I had an old piece of CPVC laying around in the basement. It was about, I don't know if it was an 8 foot, no, it was probably a 12 foot piece. I'd probably cut something off it, so it's probably 10 foot. But boom, look right there. You could just see all that clunk right there, man. I can't believe it. Look at that, full, just packed, full. It's just noodles, man. It's just noodles. Messed up my whole day. It was more than I thought too. It was probably like a 3 foot section of just packed in noodles, right? And the crazy part about it, like I said, it just coagulates. Like you know, you bust through it with the snake, and then you turn the water on, and then it just turns right back into it. It's like the blob, right? I would put noodles against Orbeez any day. Like I said, I'm telling you, any day. And some people might even ask, well, why not just use a bladder? Put a bladder in and just try to blow it out. You know what? For this, I don't want this any further down the line. I don't want any of this in here. So I caught it, I found it. I'm just gonna cut it out. It's like I said, cutting it out is way faster for me. It'll take me about 20 minutes to cut this thing out, put a new piece in. I have everything to do it. The crazy thing is, look at this. It went through the garbage disposal. Like half of this stuff ain't even chopped up. Like it's crazy. You're probably thinking like, how much was it? You thinking the same thing as me, fam. I have no idea. But these noodles are undefeated against the garbage disposal. I mean, look, I don't know, man. It's like a foreign entity. It's just like an alien species. It's crazy. But this is also one of those situations where I say, you know, all y'all out there should know some basics about plumbing and about electric, about all these things. Just the basics. Like this is extremely basic to put a pipe in, to change out a drain pipe. There's nothing to it. I mean, essentially it's primer, it's glue, and it's a connector. And some pipe, man. You just gotta know which kind of glue to use, but that's pretty much it. So the amount of money that you could save by being able to do these things yourself. I mean, I get it. A lot of y'all don't want to get into crawl space, but you know, a plumber might not even have to get into a crawl space, like I said before. So they got other methods and ways to do this that I just don't do. But because I'm at my house, which a lot of y'all are, hey, just get the job done, man. Do what you got to do to get it done. And this is how you learn, right? If you didn't know, you watched this video and you didn't know much about how drains work in the house, like you're gonna experience every type of drain that comes through, how to go into other drains, how to locate your cleanouts, like the whole nine. You also get to understand that your garbage disposal is not a superhero. It's not a superhero. It has things that just defeat it, just like everything else. Now, I was fortunate enough to see a lot of plumbing when I was working in construction. So I saw plumbers working, but then, you know, I'll practice it at home. And that's how I learned how to do this stuff, man. Just over and over and over. Hopefully you don't have too many clogs though. Man, but noodles, a drain's worst enemy. Who knew? I didn't know. Daryl, also known as a finisher. Stay safe, be blessed, and remember, if the trades don't work, nothing else does.